It will only be a week's stay, honey. I'll be back home faster than you know it. If I didn't have to worry about work here, I would have gone with you. A whole week in Las Vegas? You talk as if I'm going on vacation. It's a business trip, and as soon as I get the work done, I'm going to board a flight back to home sweet home. Oh, don't act like you're not gonna have a little fun while you're there. By the way, I changed your hotel booking to a closer one. Here's the receipt. I called up the hotel to find out if they had a pickup service, which unfortunately they don't. But they say they're quite popular in town, and any Uber or cab driver can drop you off there if you mention their name. What was wrong with the other one? It was much cheaper than this one. Dawn, people don't think about saving all the time. When you get there, you're gonna need some rest, and thanks to me, now you'll be able to. And remember to bring me a souvenir, okay? A box of patisserie chocolates, or maybe even a custom-made Elvis Presley jumpsuit? What are you going to do with the Elvis Presley jumpsuit? Oh no, that was supposed to be for you, to spice things up a bit. In your dreams, Lisa. Alright, I gotta go. I'm late already. The flight is at 12. Take care, okay? Donald White bid farewell to his wife before heading out to the airport. He was to catch a flight from Portland, Oregon to Las Vegas, Nevada. Luckily, at 11:30 p.m., the streets were empty, so the ride to the airport went by quick. It was almost 3 a.m. by the time Donald landed at the BII International Airport in Las Vegas. When he got outside, it was chilly and dark. The sun was to rise at 6 a.m., so there was still a few hours till morning. At this time of the night, there weren't many people except for those who were here to board a flight or had been dropped from one. Donald paced around the area with his luggage in search for a cab, but strange as it was, there weren't any around. There weren't even any security guards or street patrol to whom Donald could ask directions. After walking about 10 minutes down the road, Donald finally spotted a cab parked up ahead. At first, Donald assumed the man had dozed off. But when he called out to him, the man suddenly stood up and straightened his posture. "Are you taking any customers?" Without saying a word, the man just nodded his head, took out his keys, and unlocked the car. Donald was pretty exhausted. He didn't even bother putting his luggage in the trunk and simply plopped it onto the back seat before he himself sat down and closed the door. "Do you know where the Cool Breeze Hotel is? As far as I've heard, it shouldn't be too far from here. Can you please take me there?" In a low voice, the man clutched onto his steering and said, "Sure, sir. Right away, sir." Donald checked his wristwatch. It was 3:17 a.m. He felt awfully tired, and soon enough, he leaned his head onto the glass window and dozed off. When Donald woke up, he was a little worried that he had slept too long. Donald was surprised to see it was still dark out. He instinctively glanced at his watch when he noticed the strangest thing. He tapped on his wristwatch, trying to get the arrows moving again, but it seemed that it had stopped working. He shrugged, taking it off and putting it into his pocket as he took out his phone instead. But when he turned his phone on, he was even more bewildered to see there was no network. Looking out to the desert grounds around him, he knew this place was remote, but not having network was strange considering they shouldn't be too far from town. Donald tried to peer a glance at the driver as he asked, "Hey, do you know what time it is? I don't know why my wristwatch has stopped working." Looking straight on ahead, the man said, "I don't wear a watch, sir." "Well, you must have a clock in the car, don't you?" The man slowly lifted one hand off the steering and pointing to his dashboard. "I used to have a clock, but now I don't. I don't check the time anymore, sir." You don't check the time? Well, you should. How do you get around? Just how we're getting there now, sir. I don't have network either. Is this the usual in this desert town? I haven't been here before, so I wouldn't know. But this is strange. Can you check if your phone has network? In the old days, people used to observe the skies to tell the time, sir. Donald raised his brow, peering a glance outside. Yeah. By the way, how long have I been sleeping? Don't worry, sir. It hasn't been long, sir. Donald leaned back, feeling a little uneasy, completely oblivious of where he was and what time it was. When some more time had gone by like this, Donald started to become anxious. He rolled down the glass to let in the breeze, but the night was eerily still. Donald looked at the skies. The clouds seemed to be moving past so fast. He could see the silhouettes of the cactus plants go by one after the other as the car drove on. The symbols painted on the road went by in a blur. It seemed that they were driving down this lonely highway desert road at a high speed, yet when he moved forward towards the open glass, he did not feel the slightest breeze. It felt as if everything flashed before his eyes, yet he was stuck in the same place for the longest time on an endless road. Bewildered and a little panicked, Donald asked the driver, "Mister, where are we? How long will it take?" "Just a little longer, sir." Donald rolled the windows back up in anxiety and leaned back, holding his head. But when some more time had gone by and there was no sign of the morning sun, nor had he felt that he had gotten anywhere, Donald asked the driver again, "Hey, it's been quite long, hasn't it? Why haven't we reached the hotel yet?" "We'll be there in a little while, sir." But a little while was never a little while, and Donald was getting fed up. He had been waiting for hours. "I thought you said we were almost there. Where are you taking me?" "I'm just heading to our destination, sir. It's just a little bit more, sir." "No, I've had enough. I need some fresh air. Stop the car." Donald held onto the handle, expecting the driver to halt, but it seemed as if he didn't hear Donald's words. "Excuse me, mister. I said stop the car." But the driver kept his hands on the steering, staring straight on ahead. Donald sat up, snapping his fingers. "Hey man, you don't hear me? Stop the car!" But when the driver continued being passive and didn't stop the car, Donald became frantic. What was going on? He grabbed onto the man's shoulders firmly and yelled, "Stop the car!" "It's not possible to stop the car now, sir." Donald, infuriated at this point, yelled out, "What nonsense are you saying?" That's when the man straightened his head, now face to face with Donald. Donald stumbled back onto his seat, horrified by this man's face that had neither eyes, nose, nor mouth. Donald immediately began twisting the handle, kicking and banging against the car door, till he finally managed to break it and jumped out onto the street. Though he injured himself, he got up and continued running as far away as he could from whatever he had seen, until he fainted. Donald woke up in a hospital room. He turned to see his wife was sitting beside him. "Lisa?" Lisa jumped up, seeing Donald had finally awoken. Worried, she asked, "Donald, are you okay? How did you get here? What happened to you?" How did I get where? Where am I? Where are we?" "What do you mean? You don't know where we are? You were supposed to land in Las Vegas. How did you end up in California? In the middle of the Mojave Desert? About 100 miles away from the airport? If it weren't for those men, I can't even imagine what could have happened to you. Some locals from the nearby town of Halloran Springs found you unconscious on the side of the highway. And not just you, but all your things, your luggage, everything with you. I just can't get my head wrapped around how you ended up there. If it were robbers or muggers, why would they leave your things? The doctors didn't find any major injury, except for a few cuts and bruises. Thank goodness. Those men brought you here to the hospital. You've been in a coma for the past 11 days. When you didn't contact me, I called the police. It took them 3 days to locate you. That's when I left everything and came here. I've been by your side waiting for you to wake for the past 8 days. What happened to you, Dawn? I don't know. What happened to me? Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.